Jodi Fendrick. Jodi.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. So my story of how I found myself here, kind of a long story too. I was going through a divorce, and after being married for many years, and I was a stay-at-home mom. I have two young boys. They're now 5 and 8. Both of them have varying degrees of developmental delays. My older one's on the spectrum for autism, but he's considered high functioning, so that's good because I'm confident he'll be okay in life and he'll be functioning. But it's a lot of work. My mom, raise your hand. She takes care of them when I go to work because if it weren't for her, I would have remained stuck in the situation that I was in. I wouldn't have been able to do it without her. They're a handful. But also at the same time that I was going through my divorce, learned that I had breast cancer. I had a very aggressive form of breast cancer, and I ended up having surgery, did chemotherapy, I had radiation, and it was during that time I knew to succeed I would have to go back to work. And what would I do? I used to work in the fashion industry, and I just didn't want to do that, having two young children, to be commuting back to the city. So while I was going through my chemotherapy, I was just watching the nurses that were taking care of me and thinking that, why didn't I think of doing that for a career when I was younger? Like this, I think I would really enjoy helping people, working with people. I like people. My divorce lawyer said, well, Brookdale Community College has this program called Displaced Homemakers, and I think you would qualify to go there because you're being faced now with being divorced, and you were a homemaker, and now you have to be financially independent, so why don't you go there and see if they can help you? So I did that, and I called, and I met this wonderful woman, Lori Salka, and her partner, Eve, and they talked to me and got to know me a little bit, and I was going through my cancer, my chemotherapy during that time too. They had said, they kind of did like a little test of like what kind of career would be good for. I said, I think I want to be in the healthcare field because I want to pick something. I don't mind going to school and working hard, but I want to make sure that whatever I pick, I'll be able to get a job afterwards and make a career out of it, and enjoy it too. So they were the ones who suggested, well, maybe dialysis would be a good program for you. So Brookdale Community College has had this 7-month-long dialysis technician program that I could take, but then the problem was, how to pay for it. So I went to the One Stop, and they tried to help me with the finances there, but because I was still married, there was a problem with that. So I ended up being at Brookdale through the Displaced Homemakers, and they had this grant called the Healthcare Opportunity Grant that paid entirely for my course. They gave me money for gasoline, helped pay for all the background checks that I had to do, and without them, I really wouldn't have been able to do it. So I did that I started that course, my radiation treatment ended January 28, 2014, and then my class for the dialysis began February 4th the following week. And so that was 3 nights a week. I was still stay-at-home mom, taking care of my youngest son. Was half-day preschool, so he was home, so I would try and study when he was in school. I would go to a good friend of mine. I would go to her house every Sunday and study all day long because it was a field that was totally different to me. So I did that. It was very intense. It was very foreign, what I was learning, like just from scratch. Through at Displaced Homemakers, they had this job search boot camp. And I thought, I don't need that. Like, I know how to get a job. Like, what do I need to go to this thing for, twice a week? It was during my radiation too, so I was kind of tired and didn't want to be bothered having to do that, but, I knew I had to, like, do it, so I did. And one of the topics in there was about using LinkedIn as a tool to help you get a job. And I thought, well, I know about LinkedIn, I don't need to hear this, but heard it. And one of the things was like, go on LinkedIn and put in the name of the company you want to work for, and see if you have a connection to that company, because as probably many of you know, like when you send a resume now, it's all online. You feel like you're sending it to a black hole, and you don't get any calls back unless you kind of can know somebody to like kind of get your foot in the door. So I did that search, and DaVita is where I work now. They're a big dialysis company. So I put in DaVita, and up pops this woman who's a regional operating director, which is like a higher level in DaVita. And I'm like, well, who do I know who knows this person? And I clicked, it was my brother. Like, Michael, how do you know this person? Oh, you know Luann because she's so-and-so from Patrick's Boy Scout group. And I said, do you think I can like contact her and ask her to put in a good word for me? Because I had, at the same time too, I had sent out resumes, and I did get to have a couple of interviews. And I had an interview at one of the DaVitas in Old Bridge, New Jersey, and the guy really liked me. He wanted to hire me, but I had no experience, really, hands-on. So he recommended me for a training program that they had, and I really believe between him and between my LinkedIn contacts, that really helped me get the job where I'm at now. So it definitely didn't hurt to have that connection, that help. But it's been almost a year now that I've been at DaVita, and it's definitely been a struggle because we start at 4 a.m., so I'm up at 3 a.m. I have to work there, and sometimes in the beginning it was working until 7 p.m. sometimes, it's a very like fast-paced kind of tough thing when you don't really know what you're doing. Everything is like new. Everyone around me has 5, 10, 20 years experience, and here I am. I have like a year experience and sticking needles in people. Didn't know what the heck I was doing. And my preceptor, she's this woman from Trinidad, very like a mom to me at work, and she was like, if I put my foot over here, you put your foot over here, and you follow exactly what I do. And so I just do what Marilyn says now, because then she's happy and I'm happy. But if it wasn't for her having so much patience, and even her telling me it's like up in your head that you can't do this. Like, stop it. Like, you can do it. Just pray. You can do it. God is. God is there for you, and I carry little scriptures in my pocket at work sometimes, like Philippians 4:13. I can do everything through Him who gives me strength. Perseverance is another big one. I think it's James 1:5 or 1:6, where it's perseverance must finish its work so that you're mature and complete, not lacking anything. I said, God, I guess, I'm not mature and complete yet, because like, you should keep giving me things to persevere through. So, but even that at work, so I kind of thought, this like 3 a.m. deal, like it's really hard with having little kids and stuff. So I applied for a position within the same company for administrative assistant, because I think like that might be a better fit for me, because it's still involved with people, but it's other things that I like doing. So it was my coworkers who called the big boss and said, this girl, I think she'd be good. So again, it was like having people that can help you get somewhere. So I'm doing that too now, 2 days a week, and working in center too. And I just thank God every day for what He's done for me, because it's like Reverend Porter said, it's not what you don't have, but it's being thankful for what you do have. So I thank God every day for my life. I think my cancer was a blessing because you really like wake up when you go through that, when you're faced with, you don't know if you're going to be alive in 6 months, and you don't sweat the stupid little small things in life anymore. And without going to Brookdale, and without the help from people from all around, but especially from people that didn't know me from a hole in the wall, just going out there for me and helping me financially and just with support too. So I just want to thank them and my mom again, just a great support. Without her, I definitely couldn't do it. And just without the help from Brookdale, I wouldn't have been able to do it. And just so thankful to everyone. So thank you.